Have you ever found yourself staring at, I don't know, like a dozen different apps and AI tools on your screen, just wishing you could make them all talk to each other? Get them to work together like one big, super smart team? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. We are moving way beyond just using one-off AI tools. We're going to build powerful, custom AI workflows that can totally change the game for you. Let's get into it.
Just imagine this for a second. Picture a system that automatically scans your new sales leads, uses AI to figure out who the hottest prospects are, grabs their info from a spreadsheet, and then drafts a totally personalized email to them. All of this happening before you've even had your first sip of coffee. This isn't just about simple automation. No, this is about building your very own specialized AI workforce that's on the job for you 24/7.
So how in the world do we build this AI dream team? Well, our main tool for this adventure is a platform called n8n. And to make things a little easier, we've got a little animated guide here who's going to help us out and point to the key features as we go. Think of her as our friendly co-pilot on this journey.
So what is n8n, really? Honestly, the best way to think about it is like digital Legos. Yeah, Legos for all your apps and services. It's this visual platform where every single block, which they call a node, represents a specific action. You just connect these nodes together to map out a flow of tasks, and bam, you're creating these incredibly powerful automations, all without having to write a bunch of complicated.
Okay, when you first jump in, the interface really just has three main spots to know. First up is the canvas. That's your big digital whiteboard where you'll build everything. Then you've got the node library. That's your toolbox, filled with all the apps and services you can connect. And finally, there's the execution log. This is super useful. It basically shows you exactly what your workflow did, step by step, and tells you if it all worked. All right, we've had the grand tour of the workshop. Now it's time to actually build something. Let's get our hands dirty and start our first project. You'll see how it all clicks together. And trust me, the logic behind it is way more straightforward than you might think. So listen, every single workflow you'll ever build, no matter how simple or complex, boils down to these three core steps. Seriously, that's it. First, you set a trigger. Think of this as the starting gun. It could be a new email landing in your inbox, a new row appearing in a Google Sheet, whatever. Second, you add your action nodes. These are the do this, then do that parts of your process. And finally, you just connect the nodes. This creates the data flow, making sure the info from one step gets passed perfectly to the next. Trigger, action, connect. That's the entire blueprint.
Okay, now this is where it gets really, really interesting. So far, we've built a pretty neat automated machine, right? But now, we're going to give it a brain. We're making the leap from simple, predictable automation to real, adaptable intelligence.
The moment you plug an AI model, like a large language model, into your workflow, wow, the possibilities just explode. All of a sudden, your workflow can analyze text for sentiment, it can generate custom images on the fly, it can actually understand complex customer questions, classify and sort incoming data, or even take a massive, dense report and summarize it into a few key bullet points. It's a total game changer.
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? You've got your awesome workflow of logical steps over here, and you've got this incredibly powerful AI brain like GPT over there. How do you actually build a bridge between them so they can talk to each other?
The secret is something called an API node. Just think of an API as a special messenger that lets different programs talk to each other. So this API node takes the data from your workflow, packages it up, sends it over to the AI with a set of instructions, and then brings back the AI's intelligent answer. Getting the hang of this one connection is the key to everything. So let's see what that looks like in action.
Okay, check this out. What you're seeing here is basically a complete, intelligent customer support agent built as a workflow. So, stage 1, the workflow kicks off when a new customer email arrives and it scans the text. Stage 2, it shoots that email text over to an AI to figure out the intent and urgency. Is this person angry or are they just asking a simple question? Stage 3, it then automatically looks up that customer's order history in an internal database to get some context. And finally, stage 4, it takes all of that information, the email, the AI's analysis, the order history, and feeds it back to the AI, which then drafts a perfect, personalized, and context-aware reply. All that's left is for a human to give it a quick look and click send. Absolutely incredible.
The biggest takeaway here is that these tools aren't just for expert coders anymore. They're visual, they're accessible, and they let you combine simple logic with powerful intelligence in ways we couldn't easily do before. So I guess the only real question left is, now that you know you can build your own AI workforce, what complex problem are you going to automate first?